Saudi Arabia's position on the Palestine issue. Saudi Arabia has long maintained a firm and consistent stance on the Palestinian cause, emphasizing the necessity of establishing an independent Palestinian state as a prerequisite for peace in the region. Rooted in its identity as a leader in the Arab and Muslim worlds, the kingdom's approach to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict remains deeply tied to both political strategy and religious solidarity. One of the central pillars of Saudi Arabia's policy is the call for a two-state solution based on the 1967 borders, with East Jerusalem as the capital of the future Palestinian state. This position was first formally outlined in the 2002 Arab Peace Initiative, proposed by then-Crown Prince Abdullah bin Abdulaziz. The initiative offered normalization of relations between Arab countries and Israel in exchange for Israel's full withdrawal from the occupied territories and a just solution to the Palestinian refugee issue. Despite changes in regional dynamics over the years, Saudi Arabia continues to adhere to this framework as a basis for peace. In recent developments, Saudi Arabia has made it clear that normalization with Israel will not occur without significant progress on the Palestinian front. Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, MBS, has stated that while the kingdom is open to diplomacy, the rights of the Palestinian people must not be overlooked. In several international forums, Saudi officials have reaffirmed that the establishment of a Palestinian state is not a negotiable issue, even as regional allies such as the United Arab Emirates and Bahrain have moved forward with normalization agreements under the Abraham Accords. The kingdom has also been vocal in its condemnation of Israeli actions deemed provocative or escalatory. For instance, Saudi Arabia strongly denounced Israeli National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir's visits to the Al-Aqsa Mosque compound, labeling them as provocative and undermining any efforts toward de-escalation. These actions are seen as direct challenges to the sanctity of Islamic holy sites, which hold deep significance for Muslims worldwide, and particularly for Saudi Arabia, as the custodian of Islam's two holiest mosques. In response to recent proposals floated by Israeli leaders, Saudi Arabia has taken a firm stance. When Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu suggested the idea of relocating Palestinians to Saudi territory as an alternative to a sovereign state within historic Palestine, Saudi Arabia quickly dismissed the proposal. Officials criticized it as a blatant attempt to deflect attention from Israel's policies in Gaza and reaffirmed that Saudi land is not a substitute for Palestinian sovereignty. The kingdom has also rejected external proposals that undermine Palestinian self-determination. For example, it opposed the Trump-era suggestion of a Gaza takeover plan that implied relocating Palestinians or redefining their political status without their consent. Saudi leaders emphasized that the international community must uphold Palestinians' rights to self-governance, dignity, and national identity. Saudi Arabia has welcomed the recent recognition of Palestinian statehood by countries such as Norway, Spain, and Ireland. In official statements, the kingdom has encouraged more nations, especially permanent members of the UN Security Council, to take similar steps. It views such recognition as essential to advancing justice and peace in the region. Despite Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman's previous remarks suggesting that he personally does not prioritize the Palestinian issue, he has acknowledged the strong support among the Saudi population for the Palestinian cause. This internal pressure has influenced the kingdom's diplomatic positions and underscores the importance of public opinion in shaping foreign policy. In summary, Saudi Arabia's stance on Palestine remains anchored in its long-standing commitment to Palestinian self-determination, its role in the Muslim world, and the broader Arab consensus. The kingdom continues to insist that any resolution to the conflict must involve the establishment of a sovereign Palestinian state, with normalization of relations with Israel contingent upon this foundational goal being achieved.